Hi all. This video is creating for the purpose of how to work the auto scaling, and we have created auto scaling in that our environment for testing purpose. So first of all, we need to create when we are going to create a auto scaling group or something similar to that. We need to first create a Windows or a Linux based image for that application which is hosting on that server. And I have here, you can see Windows. I have created a server for base image. I have created this server and I have made some changes on the IIS page, which is we need to test it from calling outside the internet. So I have created this server and I have converted this server to image because that image is using for launch configuration. And this is the image I have created from that server, and we are going to attach this image to the launch configuration. So once the image is created, we need to create a load balancer. So that load balancer, uh, you can see it. I already created a load balancer. So in this load balancer, you can see that there will be a DNS name. So we are usually using this DNS name to calling the server's web or application from outside. So this is the web URL for calling the server from outside. So once that load balance is created, we are creating target group. Target group in the sense this group will be holding the details of that. What are the ports and we are created for this. And once the target group is created, we can go to the launch configuration. I already created a logic configuration, and this is the active launch configuration. You can see that launch configuration, there will be a AMI ID. That means we are attached that template to this launch configuration, and the future servers will be deployed from this configuration, launch configuration. So once it is completed, we can go to auto scaling. That is also I have created. You can see here that auto scaling group, and this in this auto scaling group we can mention what are the capacities we need on that network. So I have, in as it is a testing purpose, I have created one desired capacity, and minimum capacity is one, and maximum is three computers. So when the load is coming, the auto scaling group will be start automatically to two or three instance. And the as it is we are mentioned three, there will be only maximum three computer will be launched, and the minimum, there will be one will be available. So in this, we you can see launch configuration, we are attaching the launch configuration here. So this configuration will be deployed in that environment. So we already added the load balancer also here. And in activity tab, you can see that what are the things we are going to make these changes, and it will reflect here. And auto scaling, here we are created a policy, scaling policy for that. And that means scale in and scale out policy will be included in. We are created one policy is for that CPU utilization. If it is going above 80%, there will be an instance created in the network, and if it is continue again, there will be 80 there will be another instance created on the network. So instance cooling period is 120 seconds. I just created for the testing purpose. So it will, once that server utilization go up to 80 percentage, the scaling policy is wait for 120 seconds to monitor that activity, and if it is not going down, it will create a new server. And instance management, you can see already a server is running that because of we are giving minimum capacity one. It is also healthy. And so we can go to that this computer, and we can make some load on that computer. So I'm using one PowerShell to create load on this computer. So now you can see that CPU utilization is only 6% or 8%, and once it is starting, the load will be going high. You can see here load is 99%, and we can wait for 120 seconds to see is there any computer is launching. So once it is launching, it will be coming here. So I am just pause this video for waiting for that. Okay, now you can see that there is a new instance is launching. So here you can see new instance is launching because that server is 99 percentage load, and as we know that it is above 80 percentage, there will be a new server instance will be loading. So you can see here instance. So there is a new server is coming. Here you can see a new server is coming. It is showing installation. So so we can check that application is working or not, and I'll go to that load balancer, and I can copy this DNS URL from here, and I can paste it here, and we can check. Yeah, it is working. So this is the page I have created in that server, and we are take the image from that server, and that image is currently deploying as an instance. So there is an instance. So you can see here now that instance is here and activity. So waiting for that instance to warm up. So it will take a little time, and so the meantime I am just pausing this video. And now you can see that the instance is successfully launched, and there is another instance is coming up because the load is still 80%, above 80 percentage. So you can see here. So once the two instance will be available, I will do one thing, and I will reduce the load of the server. So you can see here that is initializing. So if you can check here, the website is still accessible. There is no issue with the website. So the load will be the same, and the website is available. Just make sure that what is the current status of this, and you can see here it is still waiting and launching the new, and here you can see. So this is the server which is created now, and there's another server is creating. So you can see here, once the server is above the load, and the instance is automatically launching, and load will be distributed to all these three servers. So you can see here now it is successful, and the launching two instances were launched, and here initializing is, you can see here both are successful, and now you can see three instances running, and our maximum capacity is 3. So that's why it is 3 is running. So I'm going to reduce the load, and I'm going to stop this script. Now the load is reduced. So now that load is only showing minimal, and we can see what activity will start. Okay, now you can see that termination is starting because the server load is reduced, and now that termination, they are going to reduce, they terminate the latest instance from our network. And instance management, you can see here now the tree is showing healthy, and once that termination is started, it will show here that is it is terminating. Yeah, wait, we can wait for that. Okay, so that termination process has been started, and the instance second instance is now terminating. I think we can see that status here, and yeah, you can see here that instance is terminating. So once it is finished, you can see there will be only one instance running, because we have that group details. It is minimum capacity is 1, that's why it will be, there will be one instance available for that. Okay, now you can see successfully terminated the first instance, and instance management, you can see only two is there, and now it will start another termination also. So because we are just configured minimum is 1. Yeah. So these are the steps we created for auto scaling in this environment, and we can configure auto scaling for that web application through these settings. And you can see that activities, it is here, and the details we are configured here, and instance, so it is terminated. So there will be another machine also terminate from there. Yeah, thank you.